I'm Trip Clark.
And I'm Tom Lang, and this is Open Throttle 360.
Open Throttle 360 presented by D&D Salvage, buyers of all types of scrap metal. Best prices, best service. For more information, visit dndsalvagepittsburgh.com.
Welcome to Open Throttle 360, the #1 motorsports show in the area as we begin our second season. A trip we had an abbreviated 4-show run in our first season, but tonight we're starting season number 2, and we're going to be on air all year.
Yep, we had a 8-week run last year, kind of dipped our toe in the water, and I think the people actually like the show and like seeing us get out and about to the different tracks, and really looking forward to a full season.
Well, we went to as many motorsport venues as we could find last year. The drag strips, dirt tracks, oval tracks, sports car racing, car cruises, shows, everything we could, and we're going to do more of that this year.
We're going to do it all over, yep. Looking forward to it.
So am I. Tonight, we're at Bruce Harvey's Pro Comp Customs. I think you might have an idea why we're here.
I do. I think it has maybe something to do with the World of Wheels coming up pretty soon.
Yes, the World of Wheels is going to be at the Pittsburgh Convention Center, January 25th through 27th, and Bruce Harvey's going to have more than a couple cars there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This will be my first World of Wheels. I haven't been to one before, so I'm looking forward. I've heard nothing but great things. I know Bruce has a lot of cars in it, and it should be a lot of fun.
Oh, it definitely will. If you're interested in cars, the World of Wheels is the place to be. There's the high-end show cars, restored muscle cars, antiques, classics. Just about everything you could think of for cars will be at the World of Wheels.
Yeah, I'm psyched about it. But before we get into the World of Wheels, let's talk about where you and my toes are still numb, but where you and I were just this past weekend, the Slop Fest out at the Jack Frost 150.
Yeah, it did turn to be a little bit of sloppy. The Enduro they had at Mercer Raceway Park. But as sloppy and cold as it might have been, it was pretty cool motorsports event.
A lot of
fun. Let's go to that right now.
Dirt racing in the northeastern United States generally rears its head when the first signs of spring begin to sweeten the air. But each January, some titans of the tundra take to the snow, dirt, mud, and ice for 150 laps of Enduro mayhem, also known as the Jack Frost 150. On this race day, Open Throttle 360 followed the team from Mays Towing in Warren, Ohio, Travis, Kenny, Mike, and the mysterious fourth driver. Eddie May from Steubenville, Ohio started Mays in 1953. In the mid-70s, Jim Deutsch purchased Mays, and today his son Tim carries on the family legacy. Racing runs thick through their veins, and every year the Jack Frost kicks off a new year of trying to run up front.
My name is Kenneth Morris, age 30, from Warren, Ohio. Car number 44.
My name is Mike Hayden. I work at Mays Towing. My birthday is January 2nd. I'm 47. My car number is 32. I'm going to be driving Chevy Lumina.
My name is Travis Creech. I'm from Niles, Ohio. This is my second Jack Frost 150.
I do this kind of racing because I just like it. It's affordable, it's fun, and you don't just do 10 laps and you're done.
You just got to go. You don't get to stop or anything like that. It's 150 laps, go until the car dies.
My first one ever, I finished it. I finished 9th out of 63 cars. We took 5 cars from here and no one else finished.
I went to a race, an enduro race at Deerfield one year, and I watched it and I thought it was fun, and then come to work and we all put cars together and did the following Jack Frost race.
I got involved because I started here and everyone here was doing it, so I got involved in it and got a car.
Some friends talked me into running it because they've run it before. I think it's supposed to be fun.
Among the rules of competition include drivers must be at least 16, vehicle must be 4 or 6 cylinder, engine must be stock, windshield removal is optional, roll cage is mandatory, no coolers in the cockpit area, and fire extinguishers are highly recommended.
My favorite races from previous Jack Frost races would be probably that I got to bump and grind and just enjoy the day. It was a nice day that day, and I had a lot of fun at it.
It's gonna be cold and crazy.
You gotta strip the car down, gut it out, roll cage, move the battery, different kind of stuff like that, cut the exhaust.
I changed my oil, transmission fluid, put a different air system in the car. I don't have heat in the car. I did away with my heat. And just make things safe, ban the doors, that kind of stuff. Racing harness, all that stuff in it, just to be safe.
Usually you're supposed to move your battery inside the car. I kind of skipped a few steps this year, hoping it still works, but whatever.
What I know about enduro racing is it's you got to maintain mostly.
The trick to winning is probably maintain.
Try to maintain, try to finish.
Try to hold back and stay out of the wrecks, and try to keep a steady pace to do as many laps as you can.
Don't go out creaming everybody, and it's a lot harder to say than it is to do.
If I win today, I'm going to use the money to go drink beer and.
I don't know, give it to the boss, he's the car owner.
What I'm going to do with the money is I'm going to take all the guys I work with out for a steak dinner.
January 2012 marked the 5th annual race held at Mercer Raceway Park. There are no cautions, only red flags for fire, rollover, or injury.
America's greatest hot rod tradition is back. The Barrel Subaru World of Wheels. Presented by Millerstown Pickup Parts. January 25th to 27th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. See America's wildest show cars. An awesome Batmobile tribute exhibit. Plus meet Lexi from Disney's Ant Farm. Danielle from American Pickers. And wrestling legend Shawn Michaels. World of Wheels. It's big family fun. January 25th to 27th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. Part of the Summit Racing Equipment Show Car Series.
From complete restoration to custom paint to custom fabrication to Resto Mod, Bruce Harvey Pro Comp Custom offers a variety of services for cars, trucks, SUVs, and motorcycles. For more than 2 decades, Pro Comp's award-winning work has blown away customers all over the globe. Whether it's hot rod, muscle, vintage, or classic, Pro Comp will work with you to design a look that'll turn heads. Visit Bruce Harvey Pro Comp Custom at procompcustom.com.
Tom, obviously we've got a chance to see some of the annex. Look forward to checking in with the guys from Mays Towing a little later on. Every year they run certain races locally. We got the Ghost Goblins and Gearheads at Pittsburgh Raceway Park. We got the Don Martin Memorial at Lernerville. I know a lot of people look forward to. And we got the Piney.
Yes, we went to Motordrome Speedway this summer for the Piney 5. It's a race that honors Piney Lasky, one of the legendary promoters in the Pittsburgh area. And while we were there, we had a chance to talk to his son, Stan. We're at Motordrome Speedway for the Piney 5. Joining us now is Stan Lasky, promoter of Motordrome Speedway. Stan, Piney was your father. Tell us a little bit about what he did for racing here in Western Pennsylvania.
Well, my father promoted racing here in Western Pennsylvania at Jennerstown Speedway since 1967. We ran it as a dirt track up until 1985. We paved it in 1986, and we opened it back up in 1987 as a NASCAR-sanctioned paved racetrack. So he passed in 94, and I continued to run it until 2000. It's kind of our family legacy here in Western Pennsylvania.
After your days at Jennerstown, you came here to Motordrome. I believe this is owned by the Miley family, but you're the promoter here?
Yes. Right after we sold Jennerstown in 2000, I went back into the speed shop business, building, repairing, and fixing race cars with my two sons. I had probably the best 6 years of my life, giving a lot of time back to my boys. And once they got out of college, they went to Mooresville, North Carolina, looking for something to do. My wife thought I should get a job, and I wasn't about to do that, so I came down here and made a deal with Ben to lease this facility from him, and this is my 5th year here.
Well, tell us a little bit about the Piney Lasky. Well, I guess it's the Piney 5. So how did you come about putting together this race named after your father?
Well, one of the highlights of the paved era at Jennerstown was our yearly fall festival. So when I came down here, I wanted to put together a memorial race to my father. And his favorite race was his fall festival every year. So we made it the Piney Lasky Memorial Fall Festival, and the racers, after about 3 years, just termed it the Piney. Everybody said, are you going to have the Piney? So here it is, the Piney 5. This is the 5th year for it.
No better way to honor your father than a race like this. I see the pits are absolutely jam-packed tonight.
Yeah, I had meetings with all my drivers and just couldn't thank them enough. They know how much the race means to me, and I'm just honored that they're here tonight to honor my father like this. It's just a great feeling for me.
What does the future of this race hold?
Hopefully Piney 6, Piney 7, and Piney 8. I mean, that's where the hope is. So, I mean, if it continues to grow like this, there certainly will be those numbers.
Well, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to talk to us and for all the effort that the Lasky family has put into racing in this area over the years, and what you're going to do in the future.
Well, unfortunately, it's all I know how to do, so I guess I'm stuck here.
Well, you're doing a great job of it.
Thank you.
This is Tom Lang reporting for Open Throttle 360.
You know it, we know it, they know it. So you just got your license and want a new ride, but nobody will help you? Well, nobody will help you. At Pinnacle, we love new drivers, and we got your back like nobody's business. Who's putting money back in your wallet? Nobody. Who's got the area's largest selection of pre-owned vehicles? Nobody. Pinnacle Auto Sales, Route 30 in Jeanette, Route 30 Greensburg, or PinnacleAutoSales.com.
Would you like to turn your scrap into cash? For more than 30 years, D&D Salvage has been providing the best prices and the best service for all types of scrap metal. From cars to cans, walk it in or haul it in. Located under the 62nd Street Bridge in Lawrenceville, D&D Salvage pays you the best prices in the area. D&D Salvage. Visit them on the web at dndsalvagepittsburgh.com or call them at 412-781-9840. D&D Salvage. Turn your scrap into cash.
The air was cold and the sun was peeking out from behind the clouds as we followed our 4-car team from Mays Towing to Mercer Raceway Park for the Jack Frost 150. Your average dirt race starts 24 cars. There were more than double that number in the Jack Frost 150. There was a lot of trading paint and trading mud during the Enduro.
It appears that maintain is the word du jour while the Mays Towing team prepares for the Jack Frost 150. The only question is whether it's dominance or composure they're maintaining. And for that, you don't need a crystal ball, just 150 laps in the mud.
I'm ready for this race. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm excited and ready to go.
I feel a little excited, ready to get out there and get the race going.
Well, they were nervous about it turning into mud, but I don't think it's going to. It's real cold, it's going to be hard, slick.
I'm not gunning for anybody. I just want to get out there and do my best. I wish everybody else the best, but I'd like to try to win today.
Kenny Morris, the 44 car, he put the Creech Eater on the hood of his car. He thinks he's going to take me out, so we'll see if he can even get to me. He's starting 10 cars back.
I'm the guy they got to beat.
I'm warm because I'm excited. I mean, I like the feeling of it. It's an excitement that you don't expect when you get out there, and it just comes on you. I felt it come on, like the adrenaline kicked in, so to speak. It's exciting.
Well, they say that you need to lay back, but I'm afraid of going laps down. I want to stay on the lead lap. I think that you can get up there and still maintain. But yeah, enduro racing, there's really no rules. It's just go.
Travis, Kenny, and Mike gather around with the other racers for a rules refresher, while Pastor Bill Beck makes sure the big guy's watching over his drivers.
Heavenly Father, we're grateful that we can come to Mercer Raceway Park. We can begin this new year at the racetrack with excitement, with competition, with friendliness, and with love of God in our midst. Father, be with my guys that are on that racetrack, and ladies if there are. Father, that you would put your hedge of protection around them, the spectators, and all the officials. God, we're so grateful that we can enjoy this great sport that you gave to us. And we'll be sure to give you the thanks, the goodness, and the glory for this in Jesus' precious name. Amen. God bless you guys. Go give them heaven.
While the remnants of the mini stock Snowflake 30 circled the track, Open Throttle 360 wanted a few words with last year's dominator of the Jack Frost, Tim Gillette. Maybe he'll let the secrets to taming this frozen beast slip out. The boys from Mays can only hope.
Hi, I'm Tim Gillette, and I'm here at Mercer Raceway Park for the 6th annual Jack Frost Enduro. I am the defending champ, but I'm really just out to have fun today. I've worked on a car and got it going, and just out to have fun today. The secrets to winning an enduro race, I think, are to drive clean, drive good, and try to go over your car to make sure that you got a car good enough to run the whole entire race without a breakdown. I'm going to try it with a little Toyota Corolla today. I usually have something more than that, but I don't know. I'll see how it goes.
All right, coming up next is going to be the Jack Frost 150 lap enduro race. Car number 33, Travis Creech out of Niles, Ohio. Car number 32, Michael Hayden out of Warren, Ohio.
We're ready to go green. Check with our officials. Make sure everybody's ready to go. Let's count them down from 10. What do you say? 10, 9, 8, louder, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like you folks are going to have to tune into the next episode of Open Throttle 360 to see the action, carnage, and conclusion of the Jack Frost 150 from Mercer Raceway Park. As we mentioned earlier in the show, Open Throttle 360 will be at the World of Wheels at the Pittsburgh Convention Center, January 25th through 27th. And one of the people who's going to have more than a couple cars there is Bruce Harvey of ProComp Customs. Bruce, thanks for taking the time to join us here tonight.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
And thanks for hosting us here at ProComp Customs. How many cars do you think you're going to have in the show?
I think there'll be 10 to 12. We're bringing 6. There's a few coupes. We have muscle cars, and we got some more or less total restorations, more on the stock side.
These cars, do they all belong to people in the Pittsburgh area?
Most of them are local. One car's shipped from Florida, and that'll be in the show, one of the bigger cars.
Now, you've had cars in car shows all around the country before. You've won some awards with these cars?
Oh, yeah. I toured a 1930 Model A and got numerous awards. Tough awards. You know, at bigger shows where you're competing against $500,000 cars.
You've got all these cars in the show, and this show's coming up real soon. There's a lot of pressure on you to get all these cars done and in good shape and get them down there?
Oh, yeah. You plan all year round, and towards the end, you don't know what kind of hours you're going to put into them. You play it day by day.
Now, once you get to the show, is it time you can relax, you can kick back and enjoy being there, being around all them great cars?
Yes, once you're all set up and everything, when the show starts, then you can relax. There's not a whole lot you can do from there.
Once you're at the show and you've got all these cars there, does it provide you a lot of nice exposure for your business?
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. I love it. It shows people what you can do. You know, the old saying, talk's cheap. You got to show people what you do.
Now, what can people expect to see once they get to the World of Wheels?
They're going to expect to see a lot of variety. There's, you know, your basic cars up to high quality, real expensive cars. I mean, there's a lot of variety.
All right, Bruce, well, once we get down to the convention center, I'm going to look you up and maybe we can relax and enjoy all those great cars together.
That'd be awesome.
Well, thanks for having us here.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right back with some more Open Throttle 360.
Hey, Pittsburgh! America's greatest hot rod tradition is back. The Barrel Subaru World of Wheels. Presented by Millerstown Pickup Parts. January 25th to 27th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. See America's wildest show cars. An awesome Batmobile tribute exhibit. Plus meet Lexi from Disney's Ant Farm, Danielle from American Pickers, and wrestling legend Shawn Michaels. World of Wheels. It's big family fun. January 25th to 27th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. Part of the Summit Racing Equipment Show Car Series.
At Tire Town, only the finest service will Tire Town.
Statistics show that a lack of sideways control or lateral grip is the cause of most winter accidents. Tire Town will make sure you have the right kind of tire to bite into the snow and grip the ice, reducing your chances of ending up somewhere you don't want to be. Don't take chances this winter. Visit Tire Town today, North Atherton Street, State College.
Tire Town, quality customer service for you.
So this is actually what a Cutlass looks like before you put a couple of nice coats of paint on it. When the weather is nice, it's not 30 degrees outside, one of the more popular things to do is, of course, the car cruise. One of the best in the area is the Wexford Starlight Car Cruise, and Open Throttle 360 had a chance to get out there this summer and talk with the owner of one of the sweetest Cutlasses you'll see around.
Joining us now is Tim Bilak. Tim, tell us a little bit about your car.
It's a 72 Olds Cutlass that my dad bought new in 72. I've had it since 1977. It was pretty much your everyday Cutlass, and over the course of 35 years, this is what I turned it into. It's a 455 Turbo 400 from Rosler and 12-bolt rear end. It's something that I'll probably pass on to my son.
One of the things you've always strived for is keeping this car clean. It's white underneath.
Yeah, the frame's white, and the undercarriage is the same color as the top green. And as shiny, so it's just something that I always wanted, was just to have something, have it forever, and keep it clean.
I've heard some people talking earlier. At one time, you had this car out and you got caught in the rain. And is it true you took a week off work to clean the car?
It wasn't a whole week, but it was pretty much of a weekend, and that was probably around 1980. That was the last time I was out in the rain.
1980, so that's 32 years ago the last time this saw rain.
That's right.
All right, Tim has a rather interesting story to tell about when it was still his father's car, and we used to go cruising in this thing at night.
Oh, we used to take it up to Tom's house. I had another set of wheels and tires, mags for it, not the generic steel wheels and hubcaps. So for Friday, Saturday night cruising, we'd go up there, take the wheels off, put the mags on, kind of put some spacers in the back springs so they pick the back end up a little bit. Would cruise around all night, come back, change the tires back again, and I'd give it back to him with the little wheels on for the next day. My dad got it, but my mom wasn't sure about driving it that way, so that was my way around, and something pretty neat to cruise around in.
Did your parents ever find out that we were doing that?
Nope. So, Mom, sorry if you hear about this way.
So Tom, I brought a couple of props with me tonight. These are the GoPros from the Jack Frost 150. Sure glad they hooked us up with a bunch of these because we trash these things pretty much every week.
The GoPro segment's always one of my favorite parts of the show. If you're a local racer or you've raced locally, go to OpenThrottle360.com and follow the link to upload your video. Thanks for tuning in to Open Throttle 360. Tune in next episode to see how the team from Mays Towing finished in the Enduro. Mike, Travis, Kenny, and the mysterious fourth driver.
And don't forget to look for us at the World of Wheels the weekend of January 25th, where you get a chance to see this beautiful Bruce Harvey 66 Nova with the root beer and candy tangerine paint job. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and don't forget to send us your questions and comments. Just go to OpenThrottle360.com and we may even read them on the air.
I'd like to thank Bruce Harvey and the folks at Pro Comp Customs for hosting us here tonight. And see you next time on Open Throttle 360.